Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Nomad, and get ready for the easiest black smoky eye tutorial ever. If I can do this on the road with a stubby old eyeliner, a bronzer, and a brow powder, then anyone should be able to pull this off. Let's get right into it. Before I start with the eye makeup, I'm just going to quickly clean up my brows. I want them to look strong and defined for this look, but nothing over the top because I am going to be doing such a heavy black smoky eye. I start by very roughly coloring in my whole mobile lid black with a black pencil liner, right up to the crease but not beyond that. This will serve as the base for the whole look, but it's far from complete, so don't worry that it looks messy. I then just smudge it out with my finger and take whatever is left over on my finger to smudge under the eye. Again, don't worry if it's messy because we can clean up all of this stuff later with concealer. Next, on a fluffy brush, I'm going to grab a medium colored flat bronzer with no shimmer to it and run that just above my crease, on the boundary after that black has ended. The idea with a smoky eye is that you want to have a gradient, so you want to go from dark eventually into light. That's why it's called smoky. So it doesn't just jump suddenly from dark to light, like that will look really harsh. So by doing this, I've laid out where I want the darkest part of the smoky eye to be, which is where the black went, and then now I'm laying out where the lightest bit of the color is going to be, and that's why I'm using the bronzer there. So now that I've laid out the darkest part of the color and the lightest part of the color, we need to create a gradient between the two. So I'm grabbing the lightest brown powder that I have, which actually happens to be a brow powder, but you can use an actual eyeshadow if you have it handy, on that same fluffy brush, and softly starting to build that into the actual crease between where the black ended and the bronzer began. That's actually why I was careful to lay that bronzer above the crease earlier. It's okay that it kind of went into the crease a bit because I knew I was going to layer this brown over the top, but essentially we want to remember that there needs to be a gradient and we have to think about the placement of colors so it runs from the darkest at the lash line to the lightest as we go up towards my brow. So just take your time and build and blend the color. I'll also just sweep a bit of that color on the same brush under my eye. Okay, next I'm using this flatter eyeshadow brush to grab this darker brown powder, and I'm going to pat that directly on top of the black near the center of my lid, under, or I suppose south of the area where I just put the other brown shadow. So again, to keep with the idea of creating a gradual change in color. So as you can see, I'm taking even more of that and patting it right down by the lash line so it gets the darkest down there. And again, I'm going to run that same brush under the eye. The under part of the eye isn't an afterthought. I'm also carefully and purposely doing the same thing under the eye as I did on top. So starting off, kind of softer around the outer boundary and getting darker and darker as I get towards the lashes. So it'll end up giving me like this complete smoky eye. And then I'm just using whatever is left over on that brush to pat into the crease. And I'll even grab that other fluffy brush just to blend the darker colors into the lighter ones. That way we'll keep the gradient looking really natural, not choppy where it's like dark here and then suddenly light there. That's probably the most important thing to keep in mind if you want your smoky eye to look really professional. Just take your time blending and invest in a good set of brushes. And that's basically it. I'm just going to line my waterline with the same black pencil liner that I'd used to mark up my lid in the beginning, and then I'm going to go ahead and tightline with it too. Then to keep everything in the same texture family, I'm going to use that black pencil as my eyeliner too. So to keep it really super black right at the lash line and to give myself a little wing. I like using a stiff little smudger brush to really push that black pencil into the lashes, both top and bottom, and helping me to shape the outer portion of that wing, as my pencil, as you can see, is so stubby and I really can't shape very well with it at the moment. I'm only planning to film like one more video while I'm here on the road in Havana, so I hope it holds out for me until then. Just for the record, the smudger brush that I'm using is the number 45 smudger brush from NARS, and it is an excellent thing to invest in if you're looking for a smudger brush that can really like last a long time. And then of course, to finish up, I'm going to give myself a good dose of mascara now. Now it's finally time to clean up the skin around the eye, so I'm grabbing my NARS Creamy Stick Concealer in Biscuit and dabbing that on the skin beneath the smoky eye and just using the warmth of my fingers to blend it in. I'm going to take it under my brow bone too to really contrast with the smoky eyes and give my brows a lift. But I'll use the same blending brush that I've been using this whole time to blend the boundary between the light concealer and where the colors start to go dark, so it's not such a stark contrast again. And I'm going to go ahead and place some of that concealer as a highlighter in the inner corner of the eye so the whole look can stay matte. But you can use a shimmery highlight color if you want to. I just feel like keeping this whole thing, without shimmer at the moment. Plus, I want to keep the whole eye tutorial happening with as few products as possible. This entire eye was done with just a black eye pencil, 2 brown powders, the concealer, and the mascara. So 5 things, not bad. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and learned a trick or two out of it that you could use for yourselves. You can basically repeat these steps with any colors to create a smoky eye. It doesn't have to be black, so just bear that in mind. I have one more video for my 30 looks in 30 days series that I've been working on from here in Cuba left to go, so I hope you'll take the time to check it out when it's ready. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you've been enjoying this series, and I'll see you in my next video. Ciao for now. Bye!